Hello, my dear and valuable friends, and welcome. I'm Tetivik, and in today's video, we are going to create and discuss how to make a list of a man that you desire. How to make your dream man list. By dream man, I don't mean something that is unattainable. By dream man, I mean someone bigger, larger than universe, someone very high class, high caliber, someone that you can look up to, someone that you can respect and admire. I remind you that I do one-to-one consultations. I also have a lot of beautiful online courses. They're on a specific website where you can look at it, and it looks so beautiful. The whole setup, it's just magic. I sometimes want to take my own courses. And you can also purchase my books and any luxury products that I sell. All links are below. Number one, what we're looking for in our dream man list, please write down my dream man list. Write down today's date, write down your name, and write down my dream man list. Number one, what you're looking for is abundantly healthy man. The reason we're talking about him as abundantly healthy is that it's not just a health that, so, or maybe he has some kind of addictions, but he's in an abundance of the health. That means that even if he's 30 or 40 or 50, he is healthy. He can play with kids, he can go to work, he is abundantly healthy. Now, abundantly healthy also definitely implies that this man does not have generally giant addictions. So if a man is smoking and drinking and gambling and doing drugs, that is not a healthy man. That is not even husband material. I would never consider dating this kind of man. I'm too classy for that. Now, the second point, what we want in this man is, this is the man who, but is incredibly loving. Now, I want you to remove this misconception in your mind that if man pays for me for the dinner, if he takes me out, if he buys me flowers, then he loves me. No. If man is spending money on you, that's just normal. That is normal because man is a giver. What is he going to go do on a date? Come and look at you? Of course he's going to spend money because that's natural. If you go for a dinner costs. Nothing is for free. Flowers he can't just take from the shop. He has to pay, correct? So the second thing, the aspect that you want to really pay attention and you want to put in your list, that this man is incredibly loving man towards me. He is incredibly loving. He loves me incredibly. That implies his care, his attention to me, his attentiveness to me, that he's alert. He's doing everything to study me, to learn my body, to learn what I like, what I don't like, what type of a kiss I like, what type of kiss doesn't make me feel good, what kind of touch I like, what kind of touch scares me. He learns me. What restaurants do I like? What food I like? How do I want to be taught with? How do I want to be taken care of by him? How do I want him to be with me? He's studying me. He's reading me like a book. It's like he's going to the university to study Tetivik or study you. You can tell your name. So incredibly loving man, in general, incredibly loving person is studying you. But without love, there cannot be a dream man list. There cannot be relationship. There cannot be love. Love is incredibly important. Now you will say, why love is not firstly? If a man is not healthy, what kind of love we're talking about? Do you remember we spoke that in the beginning that health is mental? So if man is not mentally healthy, how can he love you? He can't. One woman told me she was dating a very successful man. He was trying to take care of her, but he had mental issues and they couldn't establish any relationship. Of course, she left him to go and get help, and she continued being with someone else. But she said, I never experienced that. It's so hard that they don't even know how to love. Mentally ill people, they don't know how to love. So that's why health is number one. If you're talking with someone right now that is not healthy, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you don't need even to continue. Now, the second that we're discussing, that he has to be incredibly loving, that means that his love tolerance has to be high. He has to experience love a lot. Maybe he didn't get it in childhood, but he learned how to be loving in adulthood. Maybe he got it in childhood and then he increased while he was in adulthood. But this man needs to know how to love. If a man or a woman doesn't know how to love, you don't belong in the relationship. Because relationship from the day to night is love. That's the core message of love. If I love someone, of course I'm going to take care of them. Of course I'm going to be sweet. Of course I'm going to be respectful because I love you. But if I don't love, then all other things, they don't come. So think about this. Incredibly loving man is the one who can actually take care of you. If we don't have love, we are not even continuing this list. Now, the third aspect, what I want to mention, which is immensely huge, and I think nowadays society has a little lost it, is that we need to look for, in a man as a quality, we need to look very deeply. Does he have traditional values? And is he family oriented? My dream man is very traditional. Very traditional. He has nothing to do with the modern type of men or modern type of women. He doesn't have those characters. He's very traditional, very old school, very old fashioned, very classy. And he's family oriented. That means that family is everything for him. The most attractive question that men ever asked me was, how many kids do you want? That is attractive to me. I don't need him to ask me what kind of bag you want me to buy. I have bags, thank you so much. I don't even wear them. Ask me how many kids I want. Ask me about family. Ask me about future. Let's talk about future. Let's create family. That is attractive to me. I'm a traditional woman. So what you want to look for is traditional values. It means he will respect you as a woman. When you are pregnant, he will not force you to work. It means he will take care of you. He will provide for you. And family oriented. He wants family. He has family. So this is incredibly crucial. Now, if you have these three things covered, which is very unheard of for women, the first is 6 feet. Who cares if he's 6 feet, if he doesn't know how to love, if he has addiction and he doesn't want a family? Who cares? 8 feet, I'll give you. A 6-pack, 8-pack, I'll give you. 10-pack. Who cares? Women focus on the wrong things. That's why they're single. Focus on the right things. Look, women that are married, look what type of men they're married to. It's not about 6 feet, 6 figures, or 6-pack. None of them. It's different qualities, and we are discussing these qualities in here. Now, number 4, which is incredibly demanding in nowadays society, what you want to focus your dream man in your dream man list, number 4, we're almost done, is that he has to be masculine energy man. This is a masculine, dominant, strong leadership type of a man. Even talking about it, I have a goosebump. Where's this man? Oof. Masculine. Oof. Masculine. Manly. Protective of you. Man that you can rely on. You can look up to him. There's a spider. He comes, he saves you. You can't open the door. Don't worry, I'll get you. This, don't worry, I'll buy for you. This, oh, don't worry, I'll get for you. This, don't worry, I'll sort it. Masculinity. In masculine energy, we have to understand masculine men have provision and protection. It's a core of the masculinity. You know, when you say feminine, it's like girly, soft, this kindness, this warmth, openness. When you say masculinity, immediately this is strength. Immediately that's a provision. Immediately that's a protection. If I do not feel safe with a man, you will never see me again. One time I was going on a date and we needed to cross the street and there was a red light and the man he left my hand for a second and he ran on that red light. And I stood there and I realized, I'm not going to be safe with this man. Why are you letting my hand go? Don't you understand you will never see me again? And he ran and I waited for the green light and I passed by across the street, and on the date I was thinking, I can't. Already on a date I knew I'm not going to see him again, because there is something core deep inside in a woman where she wants to be protected. I'm a very beautiful woman, you have to protect me. You don't let my hand off like this, just nah. I understand it was a reflex, when a man is successful and he's single, he's used to that big freedom. I totally understand, I don't judge. But that moment actually was determination for me to not continue. Because if I cannot feel protected, there is nothing for me to do with that man. So if you let my hand go when we need to cross the street, when there is a danger, when there are cars, how can I trust my life in your hand? How can I sleep easily? So really observe. A lot of women don't look at these, signs when men are doing. So masculinity is his protection and provision. It means he's going to keep you accountable. If you do something wrong, he will tell you, honey, you don't dress like that. It's too provocative. It's too open. I like men to say that to me. Well, I don't have that problem. I'm always covered and very dignified. But I sometimes see how women allow their men to go out. And I'm like, you don't have a mirror? She says, I have. I said, you don't have a man? She says, I have. And I don't understand. So you have a mirror and you have a man and you're dressed like this? Something is wrong. So if you have a man, there is a provision that comes from you. There is this big protection that comes to you because he's masculine. The masculine role of a man is to protect. A lot of people right away say to provide. No, first is protect. Protect. If a man doesn't want to protect, he's not going to be able to provide for you. Because the core instinct of even a little boy who is 5 or 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 is to protect any species that are women. It's in their core. It's their instinct to protect us and to have a provision. You will see a little boy that is younger than a girl, and he'll be like opening the doors and the gates and, doing everything because it's in his core. And you want the masculine energy, man. This is very, very crucial. If you skip this step, the quality of relationship will not be the same way because you want to remain in your feminine energy, but you cannot remain in feminine energy if there is no provision, there is no protection from a masculine man. Even right now, I'm sitting on this chair. This chair is my masculine protection. This house is my masculine protection, that I have a roof over my head. Because I have a masculine protection and provision right now, I can be feminine. Oh, let's talk about this subject. Oh, let me be comfortable and warm and cozy. You see how it works? So understand these differences in a man and a woman, that you need a masculine, manly, strong, protective man that can have provision over your life. And the last point what I want to talk about is very important as well. It's the provider and wealth mentality man. Now, a lot of women think that he needs to provide, but we are not in here in a police department hitting men, you must provide. I always say, you don't talk like this with a man. A man who you respect, who loves you, you don't need to say these things ever. A man that I dated that were masculine, that were providers, I never in my entire life ever said that you have to pay for the date or you have to bring me flowers. What kind of conversation is this? If I have to talk like this, I'm out from that relationship. I'm not even participating. I will not be even able to attract those type of men because it's not in my vibrational field. The reason I'm telling you is that you have to understand, a man who is a provider, it's not because he's attracted to you and you're beautiful. Provider is a character. You see, I have black hair. This is my natural hair color. You can color it blonde, but the root will still be black. And every 2 weeks, you will still have black roots coming up because it is my natural, instinctual, biological color. Provider is in the core of a man. You don't get it just just get a new hair color and you're a provider now. Just watch one video, you're a provider. No. Provider is a character. A lot of women think it's just a skill, it's just a little thing. No, it's a character. It's his core. Like, you have a name, that's your name. You're not going to suddenly tomorrow change your name. You're going to have your name. So provider and a man who has wealth mentality, mindset of a wealth, is incredibly attractive for a woman, and he becomes a dream man because it is his character. It's not a one-time plaster you put and you remove. It's not a dress or suit you wear. It's a character. You want, number 5, you want him to be a provider and have wealth mindset, because that's how you are going to create a family and legacy and have children. If a man doesn't want to provide, we have nothing to discuss. This topic is closed. Thank you so much, sir. Good night. We're not arrogant. We're not aggressive. We are not argumentative. Arrogant, aggressive, argumentative. Mm-mm. We are feminine. If a man doesn't want to provide, we are not discussing this. If he doesn't want to generate his wealth, we're not discussing it. It just doesn't match our list. I'm not running after a man and his money. No. I want love. I want family. I want legacy. And of course, to create that all, we have to have finances. He has to dress me as a doll, the princess that I am. He has to take care of me. He has to put the best food for me. He has to give me the house where I feel comfortable. He has to give me luxury, beautiful things that I'm used to. He has to be able to feed the children and put the electricity and the warmth in the house. So that all costs finances. So he needs to be able to generate finances. Now let's summarize again. The dream man list that we created, number 1, he is abundantly healthy. Healthy in all ways, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Number 2, he's incredibly loving. That means he cares about you. He really adores you and he respects you. Number 3, we discussed that he is traditional. He has traditional values and he also wants family. So he's very, very family oriented. He loves his own family and he wants the family that he can build with you. Number 4, we discussed that he has masculine energy. This is a manly man, masculine man, who has provision and protection over you. And lastly, we discussed that this is a provider type of a man who has wealth mindset and wants to generate wealth so he can take care of you and his future offsprings. Now, all these things are very important. Pay attention to all of them. And Dream Man is the one who has them all. But be careful, you also need to become his dream woman who also has the mirror of these qualities that he has. Now, I want you to create this list, pray over this list, take that list in, have that list somewhere hidden for you, and I promise you, you will attract the best man of your life, the best man of your dreams, the best man that is predestined for you. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to smile today and enjoy your life.